Hi, I'm Jesse Rosen, President of the League of American Orchestras. And I want to talk to you today a little bit about conference. And even though it's a couple of weeks behind us, there were four big themes that we talked about. And I just want to first quickly reiterate them. We talked a lot about innovation. We talked a lot about boards taking responsibility for their real fiscal state and health. We talked about realignment with community, and we talked about fostering creativity. Four big themes. And conference, of course, really is an introduction to ideas and material, and many of you have asked me and members of our staff, well, that's really interesting, but now what do we do when we're back home? How do we actually do this work that you've identified as so critical to our health and future? Well, you should all have in your mailboxes from me, your inboxes, an email identifying particular resources that the League has specifically around those four content areas. And the email message from me has links to a handful of some of the tools and resources we have. So partly today, I just want to remind you, open that email because it's got some important information in it. And I want to take a minute too just to tell you a little bit about some of where those links take you to. One of those links takes you to a page on all about financial health. We've got a webinar on endowments and capitalization. We've got a webinar on cash flow. We've got a webinar on financial planning. We've got a webinar on financial modeling. And I think there's at least a half a dozen more. So if finance is something that's consuming you right now and you need some real tactical help, we've got it. So make sure you click on that link. And then in this other area, having to do with realignment with community, we've just launched, and you have the link to this, our public value toolkit, which has a whole plethora of materials for you to take a look at, and including a messaging framework, a way to identify and utilize four big message points that the League has developed through research, working with focus groups, and this is messaging that we'd like to see our entire field embrace so we have some consistency. But you'll also find in this toolkit a self-assessment tool around community engagement. You'll find some testimonials from some of your colleagues and some stories about how they've actually addressed challenges to public value in their own communities. So these are just two areas that you'll want to take special note of. But again, I just want to acknowledge that we've introduced you at conference to many big ideas, big perspectives, big outlooks, but we also know you've got to do the work. And we are resourced at the League to help you on the ground take this work into your own orchestras. So I encourage you, open that email and explore the website, and I think you'll find some helpful resources. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.